I wouldn't change my story. Did I envision it being, having to bounce around from city to city? Absolutely not. But I wouldn't change the lessons I've learned and who it's allowed me to become and grow into.
Talking a little bit about the Bucs season here right now. I know you've spoken before about how the team needs to elevate everybody. So could you talk about how you're helping to foster that culture, especially with the new rookies in the fold?
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable culture since the day I stepped foot in Tampa. To be honest with you, great veterans that are around me that set the standard each day. So for me, just being the best version of myself, and then when we add new pieces on offense like Emeka Ibuka, Tez Johnson, and some other guys, that how quickly can I get them to adapt to where our other guys are at? And that's not easy for those guys because it's a lot of thinking, a lot of new learning, getting to know your teammates. But I think our young guys have handled it really well. So, and as a quarterback, yes, you have to play well, you have to score, take care of the football, but one of the most important pieces is how can you elevate the guys around you, and we have a great group that allows me to do that.
Yeah, Ibuka especially. How has he been performing so far? I know he's got high expectations for him going into his rookie season.
Yeah. He's been great. I mean, anytime you get drafted in the first round as a receiver, you're obviously physically talented, you're a gifted guy, but he's so smart. I think mature beyond his years, and I think that's been the biggest difference. Is he's just been able to handle the transition from college to the NFL like a pro. And so he doesn't seem like a rookie, even though he hasn't played a snap for Tampa Bay yet. That it's exciting for me to be able to watch him grow and learn, and he's going to have a great career for a long time.
Best QB wide receiver duo in 2025 is what you're saying?
We still got Mike Evans, so we'll see.
Okay, I love it. Well, congrats on being voted number 50 on the NFL's top 100 players this year. What did that recognition mean to you personally, and also how does it help motivate you entering this season?
Yeah, and it's an honor because it's one of the only things that your fellow peers actually vote on. So to get that recognition, obviously earning the respect from the other guys, but still trying to continue to improve. And I think for us, for me, that's how can we get to the Super Bowl. So individual accolades always come along with team success, and as cliche as that is, that's the truth. So how do we win the big one? And that's the important thing.
Yeah. I always appreciate honesty, and you've been very open about the ups and downs that you've gone through in your journey. And obviously, the move to Tampa Bay really changed things for you in a big way. Could you identify, or are you able to pinpoint one moment specifically for things really started to click into place for you?
Um, I mean, it's hard. It's hard because, I mean, the first time I talked to our GM, Jason Light, he just said, "Hey, we're bringing you in for competition, but we just want you to be yourself and the best version of that." And I had a prior relationship with our head coach, Todd Bowles, through the draft process when he was in a different spot that we got to know each other pretty quickly and hit it off. We're similar mindsets of, the work speaks for itself, but we're still going to have fun. But so they've allowed me from the time I stepped foot to be myself, and then you add in the teammates and everybody else. I mean, I don't know if I can pinpoint an exact moment, but first time stepping on the field with them against Minnesota in an away game that we needed a couple critical third downs and had to run for them. So I think the team got my vibe after that.
A good place to be a Buck for life, it sounds like.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
We spoke to Johnny Manziel, and he did not shy away from talking about how the Browns messed up letting you go.
Throughout the years, whenever Baker was there, it was fun to watch. I can't believe they let him go somewhere else. They had their guy, and now he's kind of making them eat it.
I mean, it's got to probably feel really good to hear that, and also knowing that not only Johnny, but kind of everybody in the sports world really rejoiced in seeing you overcome your situation, and speaks to how many people support you.
Yeah, I mean, that's sports. It's life. It teaches people life lessons. I mean, a good comeback story, relaunch story, revamp, whatever you want to call it. People dive into that, and it's all about timing. And I wouldn't change my story. Did I envision it being, having to bounce around from city to city? Absolutely not. But I wouldn't change the lessons I've learned and who it's allowed me to become and grow into. It's been great.
Right. I know your mind is fully on the Bucs, but seeing as you have been there, do you think a guy like Shedeur Sanders is set up for success? And also, what advice would you give him as he's entering this new era for his life, starting his career out?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. Anytime that, I mean, since he was young, he's had the spotlight on him, so people are going to be overcritical about every little thing. So I mean, the cliche, control what you can control, and that's as a quarterback. That's how do you win football games, and how do you elevate the guys around you. So it's, yeah, I think he himself has all the pieces he needs to have success, and it's just about the time and place.
Right. Last few here for you. I think this also probably applies to a guy like Shedeur, but you famously said just be you after being told in past stops to kind of tone it down and fit a certain mold. So now, as an established leader in Tampa Bay, how has embracing your identity shaped your relationships with your teammates and also the bigger picture for the team this season?
Yeah, I think anybody in a leadership role, whether it's sports or business, whatever you do, to be authentic, is kind of uncommon. But to let people know you really don't, I don't have it all figured out. I'm still learning as this goes on, but I can still be somebody that you can lean on, ask questions, and that's the important part is to have answers, but then admit when you don't, and lead because nobody's perfect, but lead in a genuine way, and to do that, you also have to know the people around you, who you're working with, how they tick, what makes them go, and what motivates them. So, yeah, it's all that's important for leadership.
Last one. As you know, the NFL recently attempted to ban team supplied smelling salts. And I know you questioned the rationale behind it, and George Kittle also said something too. But what's your take on the league making decisions like this, and how do you see players adapting? I guess is the right word I want to say.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of science and research done behind the initial banning of it, that I don't know, and I won't pretend to know that I know about it. But
Sure.
if you're going to still allow people to have it on the sideline, I'm not sure I understand banning it from the team supplying it. So it's just one of those things that you adjust and adapt.